What happens when one of Hollywood's most revered figures is publicly humiliated by a talk show host who forgets the weight of the name sitting across from her? In less than 40 seconds, Jennifer Hudson managed to turn what should have been a respectful conversation into a career-defining disaster. A moment so tense that Denzel Washington quietly stood up and walked away, leaving an entire studio frozen in disbelief. Before we unpack how this happened, remember to subscribe, because today we're peeling back the curtain on the side of Hollywood they never want you to see. The unfiltered moments, the ego, the cracks behind the smiles. The Jennifer Hudson Show was built to be warm daytime television, laughter, charm, and easy conversation. But that illusion shattered the second Denzel Washington walked on stage. The applause was thunderous. The crowd rose to their feet. Here was a man who carried presence like armor, 2 Oscars to his name, decades of legendary performances, and an aura that demanded respect without a single word. He smiled, greeted the audience, took his seat. Calm, centered. Jennifer began like any other host. "Denzel, thank you so much for being here." "It's a pleasure," he replied, his voice steady and polite. So far everything was fine until it wasn't. Jennifer shifted in her chair, her tone changing. "So, you've been doing this for what, 40 years now?" Denzel smiled. "Something like that." She laughed, but it wasn't kind. "Man, you've been around forever." The laughter in the audience faded. A chill slipped through the room. Denzel's smile tightened, his posture still composed. "I've been blessed to have a long career." But Jennifer pressed harder. "Don't you think it's time to let the younger generation have their turn?" "You've had your run." The words hung in the air like smoke. Denzel's jaw flexed. He looked at her, calm but unreadable. "I love what I do. I'm not finished telling stories." Jennifer smirked. "Sure, but isn't it selfish to still take up all the major roles?" That was it. Silence. Every camera caught it. The disbelief, the discomfort, the raw audacity of the moment. Denzel repeated her word carefully. "Selfish?" She nodded, unbothered. "Yeah, you've already done it all. Why not let someone else shine?" For a long, heavy second, Denzel didn't move. He didn't need to. His silence said more than any argument could. Then finally he spoke. Voice calm, controlled, but cutting like glass. "With all due respect, Jennifer, I've spent my life earning my place in this business. I've worked for every inch of it. No one gave me anything. And I don't owe anyone an apology for still showing up." The audience erupted. Half gasps, half stunned stillness. Jennifer forced a nervous smile. "Oh, come on, I was just kidding." But Denzel had already seen enough. He leaned forward, removed his microphone, and placed it gently on the couch beside him. "Wait, what are you doing?" she asked, panic creeping into her voice. "I'm doing what a man does when he's disrespected," he said quietly. "He walks away." Jennifer's voice broke. "Denzel, please, I didn't mean it like that." "Yes, you did," he replied. "And that's fine. But I don't have to sit here and listen to it." He stood, nodded once to the audience, and turned toward the exit. The studio was silent. No applause, no noise, just the echo of his footsteps fading as he left the stage. Jennifer tried to recover, forcing a smile that didn't reach her eyes. We'll be right back after this short break," but the damage was done. The internet would replay those 36 seconds over and over again, the exact moment when pride overpowered professionalism. Here's what went wrong. Jennifer forgot the first rule of hosting. Respect the person sitting across from you. You don't question a legend's right to exist in the craft he built. You don't diminish decades of mastery for a cheap soundbite. Denzel could have fought back. He could have embarrassed her. But he didn't. He chose silence. Composure. Dignity. That's real power, the kind that doesn't need noise to be heard. Some called it an overreaction. But why should he smile through an insult? Why should a man who's carried Hollywood on his back pretend it's okay to be mocked for still caring about his art? He made the right choice, to protect his self-respect. Jennifer, on the other hand, made the wrong one, to chase attention over authenticity. That day she learned a brutal truth. Hosting a talk show doesn't make you untouchable. Disrespecting someone who's earned his place will always come back to you. And it did. The clip spread like wildfire. Fans, actors, directors, all taking Denzel's side. Not because of his fame, but because of his grace under fire. He didn't curse, he didn't argue. He simply drew a line and walked away from the noise. That's how you handle disrespect, not with rage, but with quiet certainty. Jennifer Hudson could have had a great moment that day, a thoughtful conversation, a chance to learn from one of the greatest actors alive. Instead, she tried to make herself look clever. And it cost her. Denzel Washington didn't lose anything that day. He walked off that stage with more respect than ever, because real strength isn't about staying in the spotlight. It's knowing when to leave it. So, what's the takeaway? Simple. Respect isn't optional. No matter who you are, no matter what platform you have, it's the foundation of every real connection. Denzel Washington understood that. Jennifer Hudson forgot it. And in just 36 seconds, the world saw the difference.